I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine you're walking up to a car, but just forget everything you know about cars. Forget the chrome, forget the aggressive grille, forget that, smell of gasoline.
Right.
Imagine something that doesn't just sit on the pavement like a cold block of metal. Imagine a machine that seems to be, well, breathing.
Breathing.
It has scales on its back that ripple like a living animal. And when you get inside, it doesn't ask for a key. It doesn't even ask for a password. It asks for your heartbeat.
It sounds like pure science fiction, doesn't it? I mean, it really sounds like we're describing a creature from a movie, not a piece of automotive engineering.
Exactly. But this is real.
Oh, it's very real. It is tangible. You can drive it, and it's sitting in a garage somewhere right now.
And today, we are doing a deep dive into that car, the Mercedes Vision AVTR. And when I say deep dive, I mean we're exploring something that feels like it fell out of a wormhole from, like, the year 2150.
And there's only one.
Only one in the entire world. And we've got a great stack of sources here, including a first-hand account from Supercar Blondie, who actually took this thing out into the desert.
Right, to see if it actually works.
To see if it drives or if it's just, a pretty statue.
And that really is the critical question. Because usually concept cars are they're just for show. They're sculptures made of clay and fiberglass that don't actually move.
Right.
But this is different. This represents a fundamental shift in philosophy. It's a collaboration between Mercedes-Benz, one of the oldest, most traditional car manufacturers on Earth,
and the creative team behind James Cameron's Avatar.
That's the one.
Which explains the name, right? AVTR.
Precisely. Yeah, it's a clever bit of wordplay. It stands for Avatar, acknowledging the movie inspiration.
But that's not all.
No, but technically it stands for Advanced Vehicle Transformation.
Okay, Advanced Vehicle Transformation. That sounds a little bit like corporate buzzword bingo to me. I mean, is there actual transformation happening here? Or is it just a Mercedes with a cool body kit and a movie tie-in?
That's the skepticism we need. But looking at the specs, this really is a transformation. They didn't just slap a sticker on a bumper. They tried to reimagine the car as a living organism.
So what's the mission of this deep dive, then?
To unpack how they built a machine that challenges the very definition of driving. We're talking spherical wheels, bionic scales, organic batteries.
And a center console that literally pulses against your hand.
Which forces us to ask a pretty wild question.
At what point does a machine stop being just a tool like a hammer or a toaster and start becoming a companion?
Exactly.
So let's start with the visual impact. Looking at the photos in our sources, this thing glows. I don't mean it has headlights. The whole thing looks like it's bioluminescent.
It creates a visual rhythm. In the movie Avatar, the environment glows to show the flow of energy. The car does the same thing. So when it's charging, the lights move inward and they pulse. It's visualizing the energy transfer. It makes the car look active even when it's just standing still.
It reminds me of how a sleeping animal's chest rises and falls. But here's where I get a bit cynical. Is all that lighting just for show? Because if I'm driving down the highway, I don't need my car to pulse at me. I need it to signal a lane change.
And that's where the integration is really smart. They've gotten rid of that bolt-on philosophy. You know how on a normal car, you've got a smooth body and then they just slap on these plastic orange blinkers?
Yeah.
On the AVTR, the lights are the communication. Take the wheels, for example.
The wheels have lights.
The wheels act as the turn signals. The illumination on the spokes flows in the direction you're turning.
Okay, that is undeniably cool. It's so much sleeker than, the plastic hubcaps we're used to. But we have to address the elephant in the room, or maybe the seeds in the room, the wheels themselves.
Right. If you look at the profile, you'll notice something immediately. There are no tires.
They're balls. Literal spheres.
They are spheres. This is a direct nod to the Avatar lore. They're modeled after the seeds of the Tree of Souls. But from an engineering standpoint, this is a massive departure from a century of automotive history.
How does that even work? I mean, physically. A normal wheel has an axle. You spin the axle, the wheel turns. How do you spin a sphere that's tucked inside a wheel well?
It relies on magnetic levitation and induction. Think of it like a maglev train that's been sort of wrapped into a ball.
Oh, wow.
The sphere is suspended, and it's driven by magnetic fields, which allows it to rotate on any axis. This isn't just about looking cool. It completely changes the physics of how the vehicle moves.
Because the normal tire can only roll forward and backward.
Correct. But a sphere, A sphere can roll in any direction, and because each wheel is driven independently, you can have the front wheels roll forward while the back wheels roll slightly outward.
And that's how you get the crab walk.
This unlocks a maneuver that Supercar Blondie was absolutely losing her mind over, the crab walk.
It sounds like a dance move from the 1960s, but watching the footage, it looks incredibly trippy. The car it moves diagonally.
It moves about 30 degrees sideways.
Just imagine the utility of that for a second. Parallel parking. Done. You just slide sideways into the spot.
That is exactly the point. In dense urban environments, which is where the future of driving is headed, that ability to move omnidirectionally is a game changer.
But for the driver, it must feel so strange.
Oh, it's a total disconnect. Our source described the sensation as strange and crazy.
I bet. Your vestibular system, your inner ear balance, it's programmed for forward momentum. Sitting in a chair and sliding sideways while you're facing forward, that's got to feel like a glitch in the matrix.
It breaks the whole linear paradigm of driving. We are used to arcs and straight lines. Lateral movement makes the vehicle feel less like a machine on rails and more like an animal scuttling across the sand.
Speaking of animals, we have to talk about the back of the car. This is the feature that really sells the living creature vibe for me.
Ah, yes. The 33 bionic scales.
But it's also the part that makes me the most nervous about maintenance. The bionic flaps.
Huh, I can see that.
They cover the whole rear windshield area, and they aren't just painted on, they move.
They're multi-directional movable surface elements. Bionic is the key word here. It's biology meets electronics. In the animal kingdom, movement is language. A dog raises its hackles to show it's alert. A cat puffs its tail. These flaps do the same thing for the car.
So if I hit the brakes, what happens?
The flaps all turn red and stand up.
It's an air brake.
Functionally, yes, it creates drag to help slow the car, but visually, it looks like the creature is flaring up in defense. It's visceral.
And when you accelerate?
They turn blue and press flat against the body for better aerodynamics.
And when you turn a corner?
They tilt. They actually lean into the curve with you.
Okay, I have to play the skeptic here. I'm just imagining taking this through a car wash or getting ice stuck in them during a winter storm. 33 moving mechanical flaps on the outside of a car sounds like a maintenance nightmare.
You're not wrong. From a practical mass production standpoint, it's a liability. But you have to remember, this is a vision car.
Right.
It's showing us a future where the car communicates its intent not just with blinking lights, but with body language.
That's a fascinating way to put it. Body language for a car.
Exactly. And there's one more detail about the flaps that I love. The sound. The source mentions a satisfying sound when they move.
Yeah, I heard that in the clip. It's like a soft clacking or rustling sound.
That auditory feedback is so crucial. If they were silent, they'd just feel like computer graphics. The sound makes them feel heavy, real, and biological. It's the sound of muscles contracting.
So we have a car that breathes light, drives sideways on spheres, and communicates with robotic scales. But we need to talk about what powers this thing. Because if it's just a massive V8 chugging gas under the hood, the whole nature metaphor completely falls apart.
And this is where the engineering gets truly revolutionary.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about a standard lithium-ion battery like you'd find in a Tesla.
Right, because standard batteries are, well, they're pretty dirty to make. Mining lithium and cobalt is messy business.
It's a huge environmental problem. The Vision AVTR proposes a new technology, graphene-based organic cell chemistry.
Break that down for us. Organic cell chemistry, what does that mean?
It means the battery is free of rare earths and heavy metals. It uses graphene, which is just carbon-based.